Good morning, everyone. Lovely to have those of you who are here live. Thank you for joining. And those who are listening to the recording, welcome to 1st of April, April Fool's Day. I'm not going to do any April Fool's tricks on you, but I'm going to tell you a little bit more about April Fools and why we have this day. So it's celebrated on the 1st of April, as we know, and we don't really know why or how it started. But for me, the theory with the most likelihood is that it dates back to the 16th century, and in fact to the year 1582 under Pope Gregory the 13th. And it was under his guidance that France changed calendars from the Julian calendar, which had been devised by Julius Caesar from 45 BC, and he changed it to the Gregorian calendar under his name, Pope Gregory. And under the Julian calendar, the year used to follow the lunar cycles, and the months used to follow the lunar cycles much more. So it was the original 13-month calendar. And the new year was actually the 1st of April, or around this date, which actually coincides with the astrological new year. So astrologically, this is when the planets have all moved through, and this is the start of our new year. And this used to be the new year. And after 1582, the new year started on the 1st of January, which is the new year, obviously, as we know it. And so people who still celebrated the start of the year on the 1st of April were then labeled April Fools. And actually, the Julian calendar is still used by some of the Eastern Orthodox churches today. And so they celebrate the new year now around this time. And obviously, it's used by different astronomical and astrological calculations. Yeah, so the Julian calendar was a solar calendar that was introduced, as I said, by Julius Caesar in 45 BC before Christ, and designed to align with the solar year. So it was part of that time where there was a split between the church and science and nature. And um, yeah, I think for me, I feel it's very sad that we've lost touch with the lunar cycles, because we don't even realize when it's full moon, which is tomorrow. There's a beautiful full moon in Libra tomorrow. And as women, our cycles and our moods and our energy are so profoundly linked to the full moon that it would give us a lot more assurance and a lot more predictability in our lives, a lot more understanding of why we feel the way we do. Anyway, so this full moon that we're stepping into is a Libra full moon, which means that the full moon is sitting in the constellation of Libra, which we all know are those of the scales. And it's said to be a beautiful balancing lunar moment, centering on relationships, on harmony, and on emotional clarity. So full moons, as we know, are always a time of illumination, of shining a spotlight on our lives and on the world. And it's a time often when things also come to light for ourselves personally in our own lives, and in the world. And it's also a good time to release the things that come to light that no longer serve us. And so things at the full moons can emotionally feel heightened and intense, but also clearer, because we've got this giant spotlight shining on things. So it's a good time to reflect on how we are showing up in relationships, noticing if there are imbalances in giving and receiving, perhaps giving too much against receiving, not receiving enough. especially for us as women, often not receiving enough support in our lives in general, not necessarily just from our partnership, but more just from our lives in general. But it's also a time for reflecting on other roles or patterns that we play and behaviors that we might fall into in our closest relationships. And so it's a good time for honest and heart-centered conversations. And the questions to sort of pose to ourselves are, where do I need more harmony? And where am I compromising too much? So I invite you to reflect on those with the full moon coming tomorrow. As we step into this new astrological year as well. So if there are any questions or comments, please always feel free to put in the chat or unmute, because it's lovely to have a conversation around these sort of things as well. It's often it feels so one-sided. As in, not that I receive a lot from these sessions, but it's just that it's lovely to hear any input or any insight that people might have. So our poem today is by a very wonderful poet, David Whyte, and it's always wonderful hearing him read his poems or speak his poems, because he just does it in such a profound way. So I encourage you to look him up on YouTube and look up this poem, which is Everything is Waiting for You, and and hear him read it. And the poem is really an invitation to us to realize also how supported we are, even by inanimate objects, but just how to receive that support and acknowledge that support, and to go about our day looking and noticing how supported we are. So I invite you to take a deep breath in and breathe out, just sinking your energy and your attention into your body, feet on floor, your seat on your cushion or chair. Feeling the spine reaching up out of the pelvic bowl, up towards the heavens above us. Assuming this position of upright dignity, strength. And just allowing these words to land. Your great mistake is to act the drama as if you were alone. As if life were a progressive and cunning crime with no witness to the tiny hidden transgressions. To feel abandoned is to deny the intimacy of your surroundings. Surely, even you at times have felt the grand array, the swelling presence, and the chorus crowding out your solar voice. You must note the way the soap dish enables you, or the window latch grants you freedom. Alertness is the hidden discipline of familiarity. The stairs are your mentor of things to come. The doors have always been there to frighten you and invite you, and the tiny speaker in the phone is your dream ladder to divinity. Put down the weight of your aloneness and ease into the conversation. The kettle is singing even as it pours you a drink. The cooking pots have left their arrogant aloofness and seen the good in you at last. All the birds and creatures of the world are unutterably themselves. Everything is waiting for you. And so, in this posture of upright dignity, just resting hands and palms in a slightly open position, consciously opening ourselves to receiving support, receiving help, receiving connection and love. Just settling in to our bodies, noticing what it feels like to be here this morning. Just gently scanning through top of our head, scalp, forehead, ears, cheeks, chin, jaw, throat. Moving down gently into shoulders, upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, and hands. Just sitting in our palms, noticing hands and fingers. Noticing if there's an energy or a warmth as we put our attention on various parts of our bodies. Coming back from hands and fingers up, back through arms to shoulders, and then moving down into chest, heart space, belly, moving from belly into pelvic bowl, and just lingering in this area for a while, just on our core. Gently sweeping around this pelvic bowl, noticing if there are areas of tightness or tension, areas we can invite a little bit more softness to. Coming up into hips, thighs, knees, moving into calves, shins, down to ankles, heels, feet. Noticing how feet connect with the earth beneath us, rooting us into earth. Feeling supported by the earth and receiving that support. Gently opening the angle of our lens and taking in our whole bodies. Noticing how it feels to sit, to be supported. Receiving that support. Just resting here in our bodies. Hearing morning sounds around us. And dropping into our heart space. Breathing slowly in and out. Tapping into a sense of gratitude, particularly for how we are supported in our everyday lives, in ways we don't even notice. Your great mistake is to act the drama as if you were alone, as if life were a progressive and cunning crime with no witness to the tiny hidden transgressions. To feel abandoned is to deny the intimacy of your surroundings. Surely, even you, at times, have felt the grand array, the swelling presence, and the chorus crowding out your solo voice. You must note the way the soap dish enables you, or the window latch grants your freedom. Alertness is the hidden discipline of familiarity. The stairs are your mentor of things to come. The doors have always been there to frighten you and invite you, and the tiny speaker in the phone is your dream ladder to divinity. Put down the weight of your aloneness and ease into the conversation. The kettle is singing even as it pours you a drink. The cooking pots have left their arrogant aloofness and seen the good in you at last. All birds and creatures of the world are unutterably themselves. Everything is waiting for you. And so connecting with this feeling of gratitude in our heart space for everything that is waiting for us. If you wish, you could rest your hands on your heart space adding a moment of compassion and support for yourself, connecting with the sensation of gratitude with a long, slow, deep breath. And thoughts start to wander, just noticing that they've drifted off and bringing them back to your heart space, to sensations of gratitude. Sitting here bathed in gratitude and light. And taking a deep breath in and breathing out, sighing out. Moving gently into your body. Moving into ankles and shoulders. Stretching out. And when you're ready, opening your eyes. Taking in the colors and lights. The things that are surrounding us that we so often don't notice because of the familiarity. Thank you for joining. Thank you for your time. Love you to unmute or put anything in the chat if there's anything that struck you. Look out for the April Fool's jokes.
No, April Fool's jokes. I love the story though. I didn't actually know that's where April Fool's
It's quite
came from.
fascinating.
So lovely to be back next. I had such a lovely calmness, and I was sitting there in my chair. So thank
Thanks,
you for the
Bill.
support that you give us,
Lovely to see
and have
you.
a lovely
Oh, thank you.
day.
Sending love. Yeah. Have a lovely day. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks for your message, Hilda. I got there. Thanks, Prabhashni. Thanks, Jen. Yeah, happy Easter to you too. Yeah, it's a very blessed time and to focus on actually this Easter weekend. So sending you all love and light as you celebrate this time with your family, however you do. Um, yeah, wishing you a beautiful Easter. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Take care.